Greetings. Here we are in our beautiful new spot, right next to the creek that you can probably hear in the background.
It's raining now.
Yeah, it's been raining. Kind of a bummer because it's really hard for us to make power when it rains.
Our last spot, we didn't have any service, but we had pretty good sun, and we moved to this spot, and it's flip-flopped. We've got pretty good service, but we've had next to no sun.
We will have pretty good sun though once it stops raining.
Yeah, it's more of a weather thing than it is a tree thing.
Quick little challenge. After going a week and a half, almost 2 weeks without service, we realized how good that was for our mental, and would like to challenge you to a day without internet or social media.
It takes me a little bit to get used to not picking up my phone, but then I tend to complete so many more things that I'd been putting off. And not that it's about completing things or being productive in not having service, but I think that's a really good idea. It's a fun challenge.
Just make it as restrictive as you think makes sense.
Yeah.
But just generally speaking, just don't be browsing the internet and
social media,
on
emails.
social media and doing email. Just cut that all out for one day and see how you feel.
You just went fishing.
I did. I caught my first Oregonian trout. I finally got my fishing license out here.
And you were using the
Tenkara, yeah.
Cool.
And I caught like 4 fish. I had a really good fish on, and I couldn't quite land it because I don't have a net yet, but I got a net, or it should be here in the next couple days. So.
You also ordered what was it?
And
a
I was
mystery
fishing
box?
with barbless hooks. Yeah, so Tenkara USA is who I got my rod from, and they are, like with everybody, what's going on right now, they're having some issues staying afloat. They're clearing out their warehouse and doing mystery boxes. So I got the $50 mystery box, and they say it's worth well over double the price of it.
It may even come with a new rod.
Probably not. I think the $100 ones probably do, but
Oh, I see.
kind of exciting. But if you've considered getting into Tenkara, I suggest getting a rod from them because they're awesome, and they have a lifetime warranty and everything.
We foraged a bunch last week. If any of you follow us on Instagram, anytime that we went to town to get service, we were posting about all these morels that we ran into. It was such a cool way that we found them. We were so lucky. If you want a sneak peek to that story, check out Barron's blog. I'll leave a link in the description to that. And a video is going to be coming out soon as I can get some electricity to continue
edit.
working on it.
Especially recently, we've been getting back into foraging and fishing and sort of natural and primitive skills.
Because we were doing a lot of it in Colorado. Colorado was so plentiful and lush.
And I kind of figured out how to fish there. We figured out a bunch of different plants and mushrooms and things that we could harvest. But then when we get to a whole new place, we kind of got to figure it all out again. So we're doing that here in Oregon now that the seasons are changing away from winter. And part of what inspired us to start geeking on all this again was watching the Alone series it's on the History Channel, but we watched it on Amazon Prime.
I don't know what took us so long to watch it. One of our favorite YouTubers, Joe Robinette, was on season 1. And I guess I just thought it was more reality TV than what it ended up being. It's a TV show. It's a reality TV show.
I thought it was going to be like hokey though.
Yeah.
And it's pretty realistic. They have really interesting people on there, and
Really
the problems
skilled,
they face are
talented people who have a huge understanding of survival and the backcountry and
primitive skills.
Right.
The premise of the show is they take 10 people and drop them off in the wilderness, each of them alone in their own spot. And they have to choose like 10 tools and live out there for as long as they can. And whoever stays out the longest and doesn't hit their sat phone, like pull me out button,
Tap button.
yeah, gets $500,000. Yeah, I've learned a lot watching it. The psychological aspect of it is wild, and then all of the like skills and bushcraft knowledge and everything that these guys have is fascinating too, and trapping, all the different things.
It's been really, really cool to see all the women on the show. I think for the most part, if there is a woman on the show, I am obsessed and rooting for her from the start. There was Nicole in season 2, Carly,
Mega badass.
and Michelle in season 6, and then Woniya in season 6 was probably one of our favorite survivalists of the show. And she just after we finished watching season 6 released an online primitive skills course. that I signed up for. I first watched her YouTube videos, and she has such a way of teaching. You can tell that she's been teaching for a long time. She's one of those people that can talk to a camera without verbal tics and ums, and
She's just super eloquent and sweet and just seems like a really kind person.
so I could tell that courses taught by her online would be so well done and that I would learn so much from them. So I reached out when I signed up and registered for the course. I said that I'd love to share it with my audience because I think it feels important and it feels like a lost art. It's very relevant to us living in the Scamp to know how to utilize the land, but also with the way of the world right now, it just seems kind of imperative to remember how to rely on things that are not just our common modern systems.
Self-reliance is empowering, and it makes you feel a little bit less scared if you know that you can take care of yourself.
So Woniya responded to my note, and she recorded a clip just for you guys, for my audience, to explain a little bit more about the course, and here it is.
Hi everybody, my name is Woniya Thibault. I am the woman behind Buckskin Revolution and was also a recent participant on season 6 of Alone on the History Channel. So I'm really excited for this opportunity to introduce you to me, who I am, what I do, and what I am offering right now, which is an exciting new thing, an online skills gathering. My whole life I was totally obsessed with older times, homestead era, and what America looked like pre-European contact, and really wanting to do more for myself from the land around me. Really excited about the idea of hunting and gathering and making and doing and engaging in a deep way with the land for the substance of my life. And while I had opportunity to study the natural world, I felt like I was just born at the wrong time, and I didn't have the opportunity to learn a lot of those skills because they weren't relevant in our modern world. I had the great fortune to be introduced to some folks who were actually teaching these skills and doing more to live them when I was still a teenager, and it totally changed the course of my life. And since then, my life has been about engaging deeply with the world, studying and really practicing these ancestral skills and incorporating them into my life as much as possible, and also sharing them with people so that other people have similar opportunities and don't feel trapped in the modern lifestyle or feel like these things aren't relevant in today's world. I've been doing this work for over 20 years now. 1995 was when I was first introduced to these skills in a big way, and right now the state of the world is doing so much to wake people up to how relevant these things are right now. Having a broader skill set is going to help you in so many different aspects of your life. You know, maybe it's a overnight camping trip in the woods. Maybe it's getting in a car accident far from help and needing to find your way out. Maybe it's a global pandemic. But no matter what, the more skills you have and the more knowledge base you have and confidence in your own capacity to hunt and gather and grow and harvest and make the things that you need for your life from the landscape right around you, the more prepared you are for everything, and the less you have to be in fear of things like global shutdowns and supply chains crashing, right? So good for so many different aspects of your life. Because a lot of my work is traveling around to different skills gatherings, and right now none of those things can happen, I've come up with a way to get those skills to the people who can't come to the skills right now. And that is the Buckskin Revolution online skills gathering, where I'll be offering 5 days of classes, and you can do that all at once and then it's more interactive, or you can spread it out however you need to fit your schedule over 5 weeks or 10 weeks. It's a combination of video classes and Zoom calls and interactive feedback, teaching you things, for example, like turning raw deer hides into finished leather and beautiful functional clothing, taking plant stalks from the wild and turning them into usable cordage, using that cordage for things like shelter and fiber arts, so much more. A lot of stuff focused on food security, greater health and well-being, and just empowerment to to know that you can do whatever you need in order to survive, no matter what is going on in the world. The Buckskin Revolution Online Skills Gathering, I have an early registration discount that goes until May 15th, but I'm going to be making a special code for people who follow Elsa so that you can extend that early registration discount for a few more days, because I want as many people to have access to this as possible. So you can put in Elsa May 20 as the coupon code in your checkout cart to get that early registration discount up until May 20th. Love to have you join me, and yeah, I'm excited to share more and engage with you all in person. Thanks so much, and thanks Elsa. I'm so excited that you're going to be joining me for the gathering. We're going to learn a lot together.
She's so cool. She's so cool. I am so excited about this course. I hope that you guys can join as well. She is extending, like she said, the early bird discount until May 20th.
If you'd like to learn more about this stuff and you can't make the course make sense right now, she has a YouTube channel that is excellent.
A wealth of information. I have seen almost every single video. I hope this update was fun for you. We'll have a Morel video up for you soon, and maybe some other types of content. Be sure to follow us both on Instagram for more of a day-to-day look at our lives. Check out our websites.
Normal, the number 2, nomad.com.
Where we have a new podcast episode. We didn't mention that.
Yes.
On simplicity.
And simple solutions and how we think about problems and solve problems and our approach to making things easier on our mental.
And then on my website, elsarae.com, you can get yourself a wood sticker. Okay, catch you in the next one. Bye.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.